Welcome disc golf fans, my name is Chris German. Along beside me we have Derek. We're Gatekeeper Media, bringing you the 2018 Pennsylvania State Championships here at Muddy Run Disc Golf Course. And we have back nine coverage of the MP40 lead card. This coverage is powered by Millennium Golf Disc. How you feeling after the front nine? Oh, after all that rain that we had.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were feeling waterlogged, but now I'm feeling a little dry and warming up over here in South Philadelphia.
Yeah. So we went through the archives to this is like one of our last videos we really have for 2018. We want to get it out before the 2019 season.
Yeah, we do have one more video to post after this, so keep your eyes peeled. But then a fresh take on the 2019 season. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna start off here at hole 12. This is a par 4, 537 feet. Beautiful hole. Pretty tough though. I mean, hitting this line here.
And it's a risky shot off the tee for being a righty backhand because it is really treacherous on the left side. You saw that there's some spotters over there.
Yeah.
Really, I would elect to go more of a flick route, but we got some Anheuser kind of flexing, but unable to complete that due to that tree.
You just really have to hit that initial gap. And if you're getting anywhere near the tee box where you can kind of see on my catch cam there, if you're getting anywhere close to that, I would say that's a pretty good shot. I don't know why my voice squeaks so much there, but that was a really good shot there from Scott. But yeah, there's a pretty big drop off to the left, like you were saying.
Yeah, but positive movement there.
If that kicked the other way though,
yeah.
that would have been bad. And it doesn't end here. There's still a lot of trees in the way. It is downhill, which is the good thing. So distance-wise, you can cut some off, but as we can see here, like we said earlier, after hole 9, there was a really bad downpour that came down. So these guys had to take about a 30-minute break, and I think they're still trying to warm up here, only being 3 holes from that. It feels weird because it's a whole different video, but in the grand scheme of things, it just happened.
Movie magic.
Yeah, the power of film. So a lot of these guys have been kind of hitting the ground, I guess hitting stumps or rocks and just kind of stopping dead. It's kind of been a trend we've been seeing here.
We've also been seeing a lot of run-ins with a low ceiling and then over-anticipating that low ceiling and throwing it right into the ground.
Yeah, that was a beautiful upshot by Mark there. He's going to have a tap-in birdie. As he's showing why he's leading this tournament right now. Sitting at 3 under. Tony's...
It was a soft approach by Tony for sure, but it's going to put him right where he needs to be.
Yeah, very nice shot. And I like this hole as well because they're building that stone wall behind it, so it makes it so you can be a little more aggressive in actually your putts and everything here. Beautiful shot there. Carl. Just a lot of time is going into this course, and it's really nice to see. And I can't wait to see what happens by the time kissing the chains. By the time Am Worlds is here, how much more improvement the course will have. This course came out 2017, correct? So it's a pretty young course.
Yeah. Our first tournament was technically only the second tournament ever played at this course that we filmed, and we keep coming back for more.
Yeah, I love it. I love filming it. Playing it's a little tough.
Playing it's fun, but probably not the caliber of play that I should be playing.
I remember when we did the drone layouts originally, we walked probably 10 miles, both up and down.
Oh yeah, we walked the full course at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. It was insane.
Back then we were only operating with 2 batteries.
Yeah, it was tough. So Mark's the only one getting the birdie there. He's going to now be sitting 1 under for the round, 4 under for the entire tournament. A little bit of separation between him and the rest of the card. Moving to hole 13. This is the 3rd hole that is both silver and gold tee being the same tee.
Low ceiling.
Yeah, I was just gonna say another
protected basket.
Another low
ceiling.
A
lot of people are gonna elect to kind of take that right route, but Mark is unable to get through that gap.
You know, it was interesting. I remember when we first came here, I think the designers actually thought the left route would have been like the traditional route to go. And I think just over time and the more people played it, that right line has become the better line for people to take.
Well, because you look the straight ahead of that left line, it pushes you out of the way of the direction of the basket, so it doesn't feel natural.
And it's such a low ceiling over there.
Yeah, it's more comfortable. It's tighter, but
I think Tony
probably a
might
little
take the
more
route
feasible.
here being a lefty, yeah. So Tony's going to take it. But if you squeeze through like that, it's a great shot.
Yeah, I think he'd have been a little long if he didn't hit that tree.
Yeah. So Mark, while he is leading, he's been having an up and down so far. Started off hot and then went through a streak, and he's picked it up a couple birdies along the way. And he should be able to save his par there. Scott runs for his birdie.
He should be able to get his par no problem, though.
Yeah, these guys, their caliber of play is pretty tight. So Mark's able to do his putt back there for his par. I like hole 13 personally. I think it's a fun hole to play. It's nice and short, slightly uphill.
This whole like back section of the course is really nice. Just the look of it.
Like the 12, 13, 14 area. The farthest away from Tournament Central, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which, anytime we did recap videos, I always started there, knowing it was the farthest away, and just kind of worked my way back. So Tony should get the par, or the birdie here.
Not really sure what he said there.
Scott has his putt back here for the par. He's able to capitalize. So after this hole, it's interesting. You have a par 3 here, and then you're going to go into...
This monster.
Yeah. Very interesting hole 14 here, which is going to be a par 5. As when you start off here, you basically have to throw a straight shot, maybe hyzer, fade to the left here.
Yeah, you want to keep it low, kind of. There was a stump right in the middle of the fairway. You want to aim right around there, and if you're a righty backhand, it's going to gradually dump you to the left there and set you up kind of at the top of the hill. And then you have a couple narrow alleyways to pick from, but pretty straight and narrow.
Yeah, it's almost like on your second shot, you're just throwing down there and hoping you don't really hit anything, and hoping that you don't kick to a bad spot. Like, this hole is either going to make you or break you. Like, you're either going to get lucky and not hit anything.
And that's around the type of shot that you're looking for.
Yeah, that was great. Like, you're either going to not hit anything, or you're going to have a really bad time because you're going to kick off the fairway, if there even really is a traditional fairway here.
And that was very unfortunate. Keeping it low, but maybe a little too low.
Yeah. That had potential. This Marks is a little tight. A little early.
That tree saved him because he was set to being in a bad spot.
Yeah,
there's a lot of sticker bushes over there too, and completely blind.
Yeah, getting to the left there too early. I remember when we played the doubles tournament here, we were over to the left there, and it was not fun.
Now Scott finds himself. He might have probably the best look from any of the drives.
Yeah, I would say. So you can see the silver tee box on the right of the screen there. This is basically like Tony taking a shot from there. And I would say good.
It's a good recovery.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're penetrating that mouth there and you're at least getting some distance, you're at least going to get up and down for your par as long as you're able to execute a third shot.
And I don't know how, but 2 shots in a row, we think he's going far left, and it seems to flex back or get saved in some miraculous way. So good job, Mark.
Pretty overstable disc. I don't really know MVP's line that well, or Axiom, or
I don't know it at all. I think Streamline is the other one in the family for them. Correct us if we're wrong, folks.
Streamline, Axiom, and MVP. As Carl kicks there to the left. I don't even really know which side is better to be on here. I feel like most people end up kicking to the left for some reason. But on your third shot, but this is what we're talking about. You're halfway there. You think you're gonna get down there, and you could just start hitting trees, and those strokes rack up quick. Or you do
my
miraculous things
God.
like Mark and just not hit anything on another shot. And actually shoot it too far.
Yeah, so he's going to have to get his up and down to get his birdie.
So Tony just hit some stuff there. I mean, he's down
Just
there, which is
piddles out.
nice, yeah. It's going to be a tough look for par.
He's going to have to work for it.
Yeah. So Carl's is looking really nice here. His skips out into that open field. I almost feel like it would be very interesting for them to put OB back there. So I think there's maybe 2 holes here that have OB. I don't know if that's like too much punishment for this hole, but
I feel like having someone work their way for the distance to only go OB long, that's
Yeah.
pretty mean.
yeah, I guess I'm a cruel. I guess I shouldn't design any courses. It'd be too cruel. That's a good look for Carl. I mean, tapping par.
Yeah, because really, like, anywhere from the middle of the fairway, like, you still feel like you have to muscle it.
Yeah. Even though it's like such a downhill drop. And Mark continues to,
He made this hole look easy.
yeah. 3 shots to get down there and the 4th one to put it in. Then you have people like Tony that had a rough start, hit another tree, and he's going to end up taking a bogey. The rest of the guys will be settling for their pars. Moving into hole 15, this is going to be another par 4. Like we said, this back 9 has a lot of par 4s. This one, we're going back up the hill. So this is an interesting part of the course because we go up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it's the workout portion. And we find that hole 15 tends to be the one with all the bees.
Yeah, for some reason.
all these down trees, they're hornet and yellow jacket nests galore. So if you're ever playing this in the prime time of the season, keep an eye out. They usually do a good job of like flagging off those areas, but I mean, it's hard to keep up with all of it. So
Yeah. Hole 15, though, being a par 4 and being a pretty short uphill hole, I mean, I would say overall it's a pretty easy hole compared to the rest of the holes here on this course.
it's just a matter of how much you've had to battle the course prior to getting here.
To getting here, yeah,
So
because you're finishing up.
if this is how you're starting your round, you know, that's pretty good.
That's interesting. I might actually do that next time, is just actually start on 10 and go through that whole back portion, go through the up and down, and finish on hole 9. Nice easy hole. I like that. Carl's a little frustrated there. But I would say if you're getting anywhere up towards that really big down log, kind of where you can see me at, it's a very good shot. All these guys, unfortunately, are hitting trees early. So they're going to have to scramble to get up and down here. Just got a little more to the left.
All right.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
still some work, but you should be able to secure a par from there.
yeah, it's such a short hole that even with hitting one tree, you should be able to get down there to at least get a par. I would think maybe in like the professional like touring aspect, this would be a hole that you would want to get the birdie, and if you don't, you would feel like you're losing.
Yeah,
a
you
stroke.
fall behind.
Yeah. So Carl's gonna have a long look for birdie there.
Get some.
Carl keeps Mark keeps finding ways to make it look easy as he's starting to light it up here on this back 9.
That's what I was saying. He started turning.
All right, playing it safe.
Yeah. Just lay it up inside the circle and take your par.
I think this is the first time we've seen anybody take a knee to make a shot.
Yeah.
It looks like it did not work out for him.
So we're going to see some pars here and lone birdie. The rest of these tap-ins. What would you say is your favorite hole in the course?
Honestly, I really like the first hole because of how wide open it is in the front, and then it's kind of sits on that cliff.
Mm-hmm.
that's all encompassed in woods. It's a really nice way to like kind of start, and then your next hole right after that is a really nice overlook.
It's like the complete opposite almost. You're
Yeah.
like throwing out. Yeah. Well, we're almost there. We'll see it soon enough.
Yeah, the Sirius Scorpius. One of the best discs in my bag, one of my favorite discs to throw. I'm pretty honored to be able to have the opportunity to have a signature series Scorpius in the Sirius plastic coming out next year. So ask your local retailer and pick one up, let them fly.
Big shout out to our sponsor, Millennium Golf Discs, for making this coverage possible. All right, we got hole 16. Hole 16 is a really, really awesome view from the top of it. You're kind of just standing on the edge of a cliff with a wide open space for you there. But it's a bomber. The wind can really whip up, you know, your plastic pretty good. So you want something that's going to be able to fight that all the way down.
Yeah, I would say you want to just throw something a little flippy, but I would say pretty overstable. Because the wind will pick it up and just take it to other places. Wow.
Did he almost?
Yeah.
Did he drop that near those people?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That was an amazing shot there from Mark.
So he's going to find himself a little far right, but the distance was there for sure. And shout out to our buddy Joel Freeman. I believe he was spotting on this hole that day.
Yeah. You can see him down there with me. This Carl's should fight back. It is. Yeah, this is a great hole, though, because it's so wide open that, like, yeah, you definitely want a spotter because you can lose your disc out there, especially if the grass is high, but you can really let it rip.
Now, folks, if you've been following along, I think you might already know what's coming here. If not, I'm not going to say anything more. But
Nice
it's
shot
cool.
there. Nice shot there from Tony. And his is kind of like Mark's, but more to the left over there.
I would say a more positive look.
Yeah. So Scott here. He's coming in, and once again, we just have like really low ceiling. These guardian trees with low ceilings just make it tough for these
Yeah.
approach shots.
Almost every basket here is really well protected.
Yeah. So you kind of want to get something in there. I would say almost pretty low, where it will kind of skip up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would expect. So Tony from the left side. This is kind of like a nice little fluttering approach, and I don't know how he got that in.
And I never get tired of seeing that, but let's rewind that for you.
Oh man, it's so beautiful. You'll just see it from the other angle. I just don't know how it doesn't hit any of those trees. It just blows them up.
It does hit them. I think it does brush up against
Yeah.
those branches. But in our clip that we released on Thanksgiving, you hear him in the background. Did you get that? It's like, yeah,
I
got
always
it. I
feel-
got it.
So we got a couple aces this year and like some really nice eagles, and like anytime you get it, you feel like weird, like, oh, did I get it? Or like you kind of get like really nervous.
The first thing I always think of is, oh, I really hope I hit record.
Yeah. You wanted to give a shout out to Scott here. It looks like there was miscommunication to who was shooting there, and Scott actually went up and did his full routine ready to shoot. And Carl went up there and shot, and he still has the resilience to go up there and make that putt.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not an easy putt that he just made there. So big shout out to Scott there for your mental game.
And going back to, you know, what your pre-shot routine is, you know, if you break that, sometimes should you start over? Should you forget about it? You know, because it happened, should you roll with it? You know, there's a lot of factors to play other than just personal skill.
Yeah, that was a nice looking scorecard there. A lot of greens and the blue. I always love seeing the blue. So we're gonna move into hole 17. This is the last hole. Actually, no, there's 5 holes because hole 18 as well. Hole 17 is another hole that only has 1 tee box for both silver and gold. I always dread this one being a AM because it's a pretty tough hole.
Yeah, really the goal is to just place the disc right at the mouth of the woods.
Kind of where I'm at. That is not what you want to do there for Tony, and a lot of the times that's what happens, like to me.
But at least he can laugh it off a little bit.
Yeah, so this shot here is all about placement. Just get to the mouth, and then you have a pretty easy shot up. And then, but like being to the right over there is a lot better from, let's say, Mark. because there's really weird kind of lines you can find over there. When you're to the left, there's nothing, because that's the pathway to 18's tee box.
Yeah, just about like 50 feet in from there.
Yeah, and the basket's more to the right of the mouth, so like it's not a good time. That's a good shot.
It's
there.
right and then straight uphill.
Yeah. So Scott, I would say, is really in the ideal place. Everyone else is kind of either to the left or the right here. Like this is, I mean, you can just see like there's nothing there.
And you're risking a lot trying to force your way through that wooded
Yeah.
area.
Spray and pray, baby.
Yeah, Scott's is probably textbook. As textbook as you can
Yeah.
get. Maybe another 20 feet forward would have been nice,
Yeah.
but placement was great.
Yeah, I kind of just sailed on him. And Mark, like I said, if you're there or right, you can kind of just squeeze up there because it's not a long hole once you're out to the mouth.
Mm-hmm. But Tony finds his way through that, which is crazy.
To think that he should be able to get up and down for a par here. Oh, spoke too
sit
soon.
down.
And that's the problem with these high elevated courses is,
And he was not happy. He was staring
No.
that disc down.
I mean, he lost 30 feet on that.
That's a tough one to take.
Scott with just like a nice little forehand flick approach. Interesting shot. So we have Tony. He's running him. He's getting close, but not enough. Carl for the bird.
Just a little short right.
And I think just being on like a slant there just really plays a factor for your putting. It makes it really tough.
That looked like that might not have gone in.
Yeah.
But Mark's showing us how easy it is again.
Scott with the par. Carl should clean up his par.
He does throw it upside down. All right. So the rim was facing upward with his grip there. That's interesting. If you care to comment on that, Carl, please leave a comment in the grouping below.
You're about to say leave a comment in the comments below.
Yeah.
So got some green, got some red here. So we're going to move into hole 18. This is par 3. This is the 5th hole that has both silver and gold being from the same spot. This one, I love this hole. Personally, I would love to see this as an ending. A raised basket. Very beautiful scenery. And it's really, for a lefty, a nice big hyzer shot for a righty.
Now, sometimes you do see that they utilize the area that's on the other side of the driveway for an island basket.
Yeah, because there's a practice basket over there, so they do play that. I wonder if at AMs they might do that, because it makes it like a par 4.
Correct. Yep. And Scott was right on target with you, and he's past pin high.
Yeah, he made me do a full loop. I didn't know to turn which way to turn. Is this a roller?
Yep.
Yeah, it stands up.
Just
Talk about going past
sails
pin
right
high.
over, yeah.
That would have been a great shot if we were going to the island. Still, nonetheless, a very good shot. I mean, if you're putting back for a birdie, should feel good.
That shot almost looked like it was a late release. I thought it was going to hit that tree, but he ends up finding himself in one of the better placements of the group.
Yeah, I think he was CTP there. Here's Carl. Now, I do notice some people kind of just lay it up here because they're afraid that it could, when they run it, it could hit something, fall down, roll away, something like that. So I see a lot of players kind of play conservative on this hole more often than not.
Nice.
Tony is not, though. This man's feeling it.
It's birdieable.
I mean, anytime you make something over 100 feet, making a fairway ace, you're feeling good. Smart gets it. Yeah, it is upside down.
It's very interesting. I've never seen that before.
Huh. Tony with the lone birdie there. Sitting at 2 under. So at this point now, Mark really kind of pulling away here. We haven't really recapped the scores or anything, but I'm sure you guys have been watching and looking. But I would say by this point, Mark took it home. 5-stroke lead with two holes left.
Yeah, anything short of some disastrous play going on, one would assume pretty well.
Like you said, this is one of your favorite hole. Traditionally, where you would start, you have that nice open field shot here, kind of warms you up.
Yeah. Now, when I say this is one of my favorite holes, I don't mean that I'm really good at playing it or anything.
Oh no.
But the look of it, I think the way that it's set up, even from like the shorts, it's a lot of fun. I know first time we ever played this, was it a DX Valkyrie that you lost here? Bright pink. Still yet to be found, folks.
Yeah. I threw it because all that stuff to the left there where Scott's kind of got, well, past where Scott's going, even to the right there, that was really tall brush when it first started.
Carl with his quick run up again.
And... oh, no, that's not OB because the OB plays back the other way. We saw those lines in there. Did the math, all the scores lined up. And I do not believe that was OB.
They probably put the OB line in there for safety reasons.
Carl has some pepper on this one. Actually overshoots it.
Yeah, you were about in there, maybe a little deeper.
Yeah, I was a little deeper, and the grass was definitely a little higher.
It was. Oh, look at the rain!
I forgot about the rain. I didn't even realize their umbrellas were out.
Thank you.
Great shot there from Tony. He's going to be able to secure another birdie. Would have been something to see from Mark again.
Yeah, kind of bookend his round a little bit.
Yeah. Scott's not able to capitalize. Carl's putting back for a birdie here. Just have to make that adjustment. A lot of his faded early there. Man, Tony's been heating up here. He's battling for that second place spot between him and Scott.
I have to be very quiet, but every once in a while it gets me into that mode where I'm like, oh, we can't talk right now.
Yeah.
But again, folks, movie magic. This happened months ago.
Yeah, I'm jealous. They're in shorts. We're in shorts. I don't think I'm in shorts. I might be the only idiot not wearing shorts. So Carl's gonna knock this in for the bogey. So that was OB, actually. So I do apologize on my part. I just did the math in my head. That was OB for him. But
a little bit of a mixed grouping here from the card.
Nonetheless, we're gonna finally end here on hole 2. Really tight gap here, but as you can see, wide open from here. The basket is tucked away down here under these trees. Once again, low ceiling, a lot of guardian trees. So it really makes your second shot really hard to get in there.
And kind of on like a graded.
Yeah, as we saw in the open division, we saw Villa roll away 2 times, I think, on this.
It's scary.
Yeah, nice shot from Tony. Now the road is out of bounds here, so that does play a factor maybe for some lefties that want to take that left side route on those trees. So Mark's kind of flirting with OB, I would say, over there to the left.
Plenty of room to spare, though.
Yeah, but he'll probably elect to throw like an Anheuser shot over the road, I'm thinking, being that far to the left. Scott's going to let his rip. And I would say you just really have to hit your gap here. Just hit this initial gap.
And stay in the middle.
Yep, and then just get down there, and then on your second shot, you could really make up for it. Everyone made the gap.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Carl.
No, I guess he was a little more right than I thought. But that...
Oh, that one's flirty. I think he's still in.
Yeah, he's in. Very close, though. So most people take the safer route, like what Scott's going to do here, and go kind of more to the right. This is a little high, though. It should drop in.
You still got a little work to do, though.
Because the backdoor shot's so tough. Because you're on that, there's that grade there, so like you have a chance of a
That's
roll.
a risky spike from Carl.
Yeah, that was interesting. But it lands. I didn't even know what to do in that sense.
Yeah, I lost it shortly after he threw it.
So Tony decides to go over the road here. Which, for a lefty, I guess, is the safer way, because then you don't have to worry about it hyzering into the road. You're already past the road when it's coming
it's predictable
back.
for you.
So as long as you're comfortable with your disc, it's, I would say, the safer play. So Tony's going to run it here. It's the end of the tournament. You got to run it. Wow.
Knowing what the scoring is already.
Mm-hmm. Mark's just going to lay it up for the win. But yeah, he was close. He was 1 foot from, or 1 meter from the...
Oh.
And that's not the first time we saw Scott kiss the chains here. Just hasn't been able to capitalize. Right out of the hand, you can tell Tony didn't like that. Carl's going for the birdie. Hits the top and...
Oh, no.
Roll, roll, roll away.
That is that's a bad look, bud.
Yeah. If there was a sound effect there, I would have been wah, wah, wah. But then here, it would have been like, oh, yeah. That was an awesome comeback putt there from Carl. I think...
We have a rewind on this one?
I think we should rewind it.
Saves the bogey.
Yeah. Beautiful shot there.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Saves par.
He gets par,
Sorry.
yeah. Saves himself from getting a bogey.
Yeah.
So, Carl had an up and down round. A lot of unlucky breaks. Hit a lot of branches.
But we've seen a lot of improvement from the first time that we filmed him early in the season. So
Yeah,
it's good to see him out on the field.
Yeah.
And there he has it, securing.
And that's going to secure the win for Mark. He's really had the biggest up and down today. He's just been able to have more ups than downs. But I mean, he started off early, made that really long putt, went on a streak of a couple bogeys, got stopped by the rain after he was getting ready to heat up.
Yeah, and he goes on to cash in MPO as well.
The next day, yeah. It's impressive. That was nice to see. We got to hang out with I would say, like the old heads. The masters.
The medium heads, right?
Yeah, they're not the super old heads.
But no, it was really great to hang out with all these folks. They give us a lot of insight on, just the game itself. Really solid dudes.
Yeah, so folks, if you love that, make sure you come back, hit the subscribe button. We have one more left, and then we're on to 2019.
2019 is busy, busy, busy. We're excited to bring it to you, so stay tuned, folks.
Take care.